Okay, hi there. It's Kim Willis again. 2019. Yes, 2019. I'm a bit slow, a bit late this year with my Facebook Lives, but this is the first one for this 2019 year. So I look forward to doing a lot more. I've been super busy this month actually, so it's been I've been kind of head down, tail up mode, working behind the scenes, developing all sorts of new courses and programs. I've got a great challenge coming up. Probably be launching that challenge in 2 weeks' time, and really excited about that. That'll be the biggest and best challenge I've ever run, no doubt about it. And it's called Turbo Tribe. So look out for that one. I'll keep you updated in the group. So yeah, so it's been a bit slow to getting the Facebook Lives started, but this is the first, and as I said, there'll be many more in the future. Good to see Rebecca. Hi, Rebecca. I've seen your comments this week. Great to get your input. It's fantastic. I had a brief chat to you on Messenger. I've got to get back to you about something that you mentioned, but I just haven't had time. It's been so busy this week. It's unreal. Yeah, so that's great. So I'm going to run this training probably for about half an hour, something like that. It is being recorded, so you'll be able to watch the replay. You'll be able to watch the replay, and then yeah, I'll have some more trainings. I've got another great training topic coming up as well in about a week or so, maybe 1 to 2 weeks as well. Not to mention the challenge, the Turbo Tribes Challenge, which wow, it's you take my TriBuilder core product and you just put a imagine it as a car, you bolt a turbo engine, sorry, a turbocharger onto the engine there, everything goes faster, right? The car goes faster. So there are new strategies, there are tweaks on old strategies with the Turbo Tribes. This is just a faster way to build a hot audience. That's what it's about, and I'm using them right now. I've been testing some of the newer strategies over the last few weeks, and boy, talk about just attracting more people into your sphere of influence. It's astonishing. It's astonishing. The messages, the friend requests I'm getting, the notifications that I'm seeing from Facebook as a result of these interactions, these things that I'm doing. And I'm only doing them in other people's groups. I'm not even doing that much in my own groups, in other people's groups. So you don't even need a group to make these turbocharged Turbo Tribe strategies work. So when you see it roll out via the challenge that I'll be running, the Turbo Tribes Challenge, I think a lot of people are going to get excited about it, really excited about it. This is next level stuff. This is next level, okay? Quantum thinking, quantum leap forward. That's what we're wanting. So yeah, so let's have an awesome year. Okay, who else have we got here? Oh, it's Rebecca. All right, that's great, Rebecca. It won't matter, whether people come on it live or see the replay. It won't matter. Although it's always good to attend the live, because you can ask a question and you can get the answer immediately. All right, let's start with number one. Okay, so I've got, for today's topic, it's 8 ways to become a champion problem solver and make more money. Because if we're in business, we're solving problems, presumably, and we want to make some money as a result of doing that. We use these methods to build our business, and yeah, it makes us feel mighty good to be helping people along the way. It's fantastic. So you get the psychic payoff, but you also want to get the monetary payoff, don't you? That's what you want, and that's what a lot of people are missing. So solving problems is the name of the game. I guess before we solve them, we've got to identify what they are. But I'm going to share these key points. I'm not going to go into a lot of depth, but I'm going to give you clarity on each of these points. Now, in fact, the topic is a little bit different to the one that I posted earlier in the week. But that topic was how to revive a dead Facebook group. But I'm going to run that. I am going to run that one in February, so you don't have to worry about it. But I decided to make a change as a direct result of a comment that I saw. It was actually a comment from one of my posts in someone else's group. Okay, so not in my group. Okay, so I posted this piece of content in the group, and I was talking. It was basically it was about problem solving. Okay, and one of the people who replied, and I got a lot of replies. Okay, this is one of the skills that you're going to learn how to get a lot of replies. You know, but she said, there must be another way of doing business. It was kind of, she's a bit of a sad sack in a way. So she kind of had a sad sack mentality in my view. There must be another way of doing business than problem solving, because I don't think I can solve problems. I don't, basically she's saying she wasn't good enough and all this sort of stuff. And I want another way to make money. I don't want to be problem solving. Is there another strategy, another method, or something like that? And I just replied to her. I just said, well, look, the reason why marketers, marketing trainers, leaders, gurus, superstars, successful marketers recommend that you solve problems for people is because it flat out works. It flat out works. And also, you're doing the right thing by people. So I said to her that maybe she needs to take the focus off her and her feelings and think about the people that she's wanting to help. And if you're going to help people, usually it's about solving a problem, identifying a problem, and then offering them the potential to have a better tomorrow. That's what it's all about. We all want a better tomorrow, a better future, don't we? And sure, it's not all about solving problems. Sometimes it can just be something more frivolous, such as some people want more luxury. Okay, well, there's not a problem there. People, they don't have to have more luxury. But hey, if on a whim, if you want more luxury, or you want to go to a nice restaurant or something like that, okay, that's about hot buttons. That's not so much about solving problems. But what we've found is that the easiest thing to do is to solve a problem for someone. Okay, so if you look at society at large, I guess we can say that most people at some point in time, at one point in time or another, have a problem that they need to get solved. So if you're a marketer and you're working in XYZ or XYZ niche, there are probably problems associated with people who are in that niche, okay? Now, what are the problems? Well, it depends on the niche. If it's like health and fitness, okay, what are the problems there? Lethargy, lack of mojo. They lost their mojo. They hate the way they look because they're fat, right? There could be all sorts of problems. In fact, it's not could. There are all sorts of problems associated with the health niche, fitness niche, the weight loss niche, so that's pretty easy. But there are other niches where, okay, you got to do a bit more thinking. Okay, what are the problems associated with some of these other niches? If you're a marketer and you're targeting other marketers, so you're targeting the marketing niche, let's say you're targeting affiliate marketers, that group, for instance, what are the problems associated with affiliate marketers? We know that 90+% of affiliate marketers don't make any meaningful income. 90+%, more like 95%. So clearly there's a problem, isn't it? There's a problem. They're not making enough money. Why aren't they making enough money? And this is where we drill down. Why aren't they making enough money? Well, it could be because they're not generating enough leads. It could be because they're not generating enough of the right type of leads. It could be because they don't know how to convert those leads. There's all sorts of reasons. It could be because they don't have any credibility in their niche. They don't have any authority. It might be because no one likes them. They project a very bad image. You go onto their Facebook wall, their personal profile, and all you see is spam. Okay? Well, sure, those stupid people are going to find it hard to make sales. So if you were targeting affiliate marketers or other online marketers, check them out first. Go and see if you can pinpoint a weakness. I always visit their personal profile page. If they've got a business page, I check that out as well. I do a little bit of research. It might only be 2 minutes, might be 5 minutes. If they've got a website, I'll go and check that out. And I write down a list of what the weaknesses are. I'm finding the problems, you see. So that's the name of the game. We're finding problems. So look, what are the problems associated with your niche? I don't know. It depends on the niche, but you can always ask a question in the group here. You can always do that, and we can brainstorm it for you. If you're not clear about the problems, maybe you're in the relationship game. Maybe you're a relationship coach or something like that. Well, it shouldn't be too hard to identify the problems associated with people who have, relationships that aren't working very well. Why aren't they working? You keep drilling down, asking these questions. Why aren't these relationships working well? What is causing the angst here? What's causing the sleepless nights and all the rest of it? So we're pulling out problems and side effects, nasty side effects. You've got a problem with your relationship. You've got a problem with money. What are the flow-on problems or negative aspects? What are they? You've got a problem with money. You're not good at budgeting your money, and you're a money coach. Okay, you're a money coach. You think you could, highlight those problems and drive the message home for people so that they sit up and take notice? Yeah, it will happen if you're doing it properly. Anyway, let's have a look at the 8 ways. It was originally going to be 5, but I thought of 3 more when I was writing this up last night. It's morning for me here in Southeast Asia. It's morning for me, and amazingly, being in the tropics, it's quite cool. Yeah, it's 9:15 in the morning, and it's only 30 degrees. Awesome. 30 degrees centigrade or Celsius. 30 degrees, yeah. So for me, that's awesome, because normally this time in the morning it's about 35, right? Which is getting up around 100 degrees in the old language. All right. Okay, so 8 ways to become a champion problem solver. I don't need my reading glasses because I can read these quite well. Know your market is number 1. Know your market. And I alluded to that just a minute ago. Know your market. You've got to know your market. You've got to know and understand and have total clarity about the problems associated with your target audience. So as I said, you're targeting people who want to lose weight, people who have relationship problems. You're targeting people who lack energy. You've got a health product, maybe you've got some sort of a health product. Okay, what you've got to do is drill down, find all the little sub problems associated with the core problem. Okay, and then you can create from there. You can create a messaging strategy, a content strategy, and you'll hit home. You're not going to pitch your product. You don't do that. You have to highlight the problems first, and that then will get people to lean forward. If all you're going to do is post and paste links all over the place, you're just going to alienate people, and they're going to run a mile because they hate it. They absolutely hate it. And in point of fact, I'm still seeing people in this group on their personal profiles who are still posting links in their posts. They're still including links in their content. I mean, hello, that's just insanity. Not only does it not work, number 2, Facebook penalizes you heavily when you include a link in your content, even if it's a link to something innocuous like a blog post, a helpful blog post. If you include it in your content, Facebook, your reach will diminish drastically. Facebook they're not going to display your content to many of your friends or fans or followers. That's just the way it is. We can complain about it. It's a pain in the neck sometimes, because sometimes I want to promote a blog post that I think will help people. So, I would like to include the link in the post. I'd love to do that, but I don't do it because I know the Facebook algorithm. At least I know the main components of it. I know how it works, and Facebook will reduce your reach dramatically. If you insist on doing it, well, don't complain when you're getting zero comment, 0 interaction, nothing. Don't complain about it. You've decided, you've made the decision. That's your choice. That's your choice. So I hope, at least for people who watch this, that if you have been doing it, if you have been including links in your content, you just got to stop it. If you want to include a link, wait a minute and put it in the comment box below. Don't put it in the main content. I'll just remind you about that one. So you've got to know your market. That's number one. You've got to know your market, because if you don't understand your market, if you don't know the problems associated with your market, the various pain points associated with your market, if you don't know that, how can you target them properly? How can you send them the right messages that will, gain their attention and turn them on and get them to lean forward? You can't. You've got to start with the foundation first. Number two, you've got to be clear about the solution, your solution. You've got to be clear about your solution. Okay, now presumably you have a solution to the problem, to their problems, which might come in the form of a product, it could be a training, it could be whatever. I don't know. You tell me what your problem is. Anyway, let me say hi here. Hi, Carol. Good to see you again. Esther, great to see you. Navi. Hi, Navi. Haven't seen you for a while. And who else? Yeah. Okay, that's great. Good. Now, yeah. So you've got to be clear about the problem, and you've got to be clear about your solution for the problem, and you have to believe in it. You've got to believe in your solution. There's no point having the solution if you don't believe in it, is there? Which is number three. So we've done three already. Number one, know your market. Number two, clear about the solution. You've got clarity about the solution. And number three, you believe in the solution. You believe in it, okay? You nail your colors to the mast, yeah? You nail your colors to the mast. You believe in that solution. Not enough just to intellectually know the solution. You've got to believe in it. You've bought into it, and hopefully you've become a product of the product yourself. So you've applied that solution to your own life. So now you've got your own little story, your personal story. That's hot. That's hot if you've got a story. So if you're a marketer selling to other marketers, you're selling a training or something like that, it would be ideal if you already are a product of the product. You've got something happening. It may not be in the form of sales, but it could be in the form of enhanced engagement. You're starting to use these, let's say, tribe builder strategies, and you're getting a lot more engagement than you ever did before. And I've lost count of the number of people who told me that over the last 2 or 3 years, that this stuff does work and they are getting more engagement. Of course, taking the step from getting more engagement to getting more leads to making sales. Okay, there are another couple of steps there, but even if you can get more engagement happening, that's a fantastic thing, because what it means is that you're going to be building your tribe. You're going to be taking your tribe numbers to a higher level. No doubt about it. If you just focus on that for a month or two, just focus on that. Forget about the sales maybe. Don't get all consumed and stressed about making sales. You're thinking too much to an end result. Just think of the result you want to get now. More engagement. So I've been employing these turbo tribe strategies, these new refined, enhanced strategies I've developed over the last during the Christmas break, and I've been using these strategies particularly in the last 2 weeks. And I'm not thinking about making money. I'm not thinking about making money. I never think like that. I think about it's first things first. First things first, I want to get more people leaning forward. I want more people in my warm audience. I want more true fans, not fake fans, not just a like on a Facebook page, but I want true fans, people that love what I'm doing, okay? And they want to be part of it. And boy, you get people to that point, they're going to want to do business with you as long as you've got something that you can offer them that will help them. They're going to want to do business with you. You won't have to pitch people or hard sell them. They want to be part of your tribe. They want to continue on. And if that means they've got to spend some money, great. See? So first three, know your market and the problems associated with it. You're clear about the solution and you believe in the solution. And when we talk about belief in the solution, also a degree of self-belief is important. Self-belief will help to help to boost your belief in the solution. If you don't have any self-belief, it's hard to optimize and maximize the belief in the solution. You understand? So you've got to, belief is vitally important. I mean, it's absolutely critical that you have some belief. It may not be optimal belief. You may still have some doubts and fears and so on because you haven't had much success. But if you have some residual belief, you think, look, I know I can do this. I know this solution, this product or whatever it is, this service, whatever it is that you're offering, I know this product or service can help people. I just need maybe to bolster my own belief. Best thing to do is just focus on your audience. Forget about making sales. Just focus on your audience for the next month. Just do that. Just recommit to audience building. And when you participate in the forthcoming Turbo Tribes Challenge, I think you're going to get excited. And if you get excited, your belief is going to increase anyway. Belief is directly related to your excitement level. The more excited you are, the more belief you have. So how do we stimulate more excitement? How do we get that going? Attend that challenge. That's definitely one way of doing it. But I'll tell you what, last night I did a call with a guy, or he did a call with me actually. And he's a LinkedIn expert. And I am not a LinkedIn expert. I'm pretty good at Facebook and maybe even Twitter to a lesser degree. Certainly not Instagram and certainly not LinkedIn. And I know, because one of the things that I'm doing, one of the profit centers that I've got is we're targeting businesses, real businesses, even traditional businesses like, you know, CPAs, accounting firms, chiropractors and people like that. And we're offering marketing services. And I know that one of the ways to connect with people is via LinkedIn, but I'm not good at LinkedIn. So I found myself a LinkedIn expert, right? And his name's Charlie, and I connected with him last night on a Zoom call. We had a call for about 45 minutes. And I can tell you something, that guy got me excited. He really did. He got me excited about the LinkedIn strategy, right? And as a result of my excitement increasing substantially, my belief in the LinkedIn strategy, which I had severe doubts about previously, my belief in the LinkedIn strategy went through the roof. It was so profound that I was dreaming about it last night. I had dreams. I had multiple dreams about this guy and how he was helping me with my LinkedIn strategy. So when I woke up this morning, I had this huge smile on my face. It was, you know, anybody who would have seen me saying, what the heck are you doing? Why are you smiling? Look, you're grinning like a Cheshire cat, right? And it was because of the call that I did last night. It was a very positive and exciting call. And that somehow subliminally fed into my dreams. So I woke up feeling, you know, totally energized, even though it was a relatively short sleep because I was watching Netflix till early, you know, late at night. But it was fantastic. So if you can figure out ways to get your excitement level up, then your belief will automatically increase. It's a law of nature, a law of the universe. I don't know. Anyway, number 4, ask the right questions. So when you start connecting with people, or even when you're posting content or something like that, and by the way, the content could be in the form of just a single question, just a question. That's a great way. If you go to my personal profile, you'll see that I've been posting questions on my personal profile this week, and you'll see the engagement. I've been posting questions in the Facebook groups that I'm supporting at the moment. Not my groups, other people's groups. I even posted a question in one of my groups, Try Build a Community, and one of them got a lot of engagement, right? So ask the right questions. Now, if you're talking to people on Messenger, for instance, or on the phone or whatever, you're the consultant, you're the problem solver. You've got to see yourself as that person. You're the problem solver, and you're there to help. You're not there to make a sale. If a sale flows as a result of a couple of discussions, fine. That's nice. That's beautiful. But in the early stages, you're there to solve a problem if you can. If you can't, fine. At least you've done your best, okay? You give yourself a pat on the shoulder either way. It doesn't matter. You've done a good job. You feel good. You can look yourself in the mirror and you say, I've done good things today. I've helped 5 people today, or I've asked the right questions of 5 people today. I could help 3 of them, and I think one of them is going to buy something from me. And then maybe tomorrow they will, okay? So, but if you can end a day, if you can end a session, an activity session, and say to yourself, I've done some good work this morning or tonight or whatever, that's going to feed into your self-esteem. That's going to fuel your excitement. Just talking to people in one form or another gets the excitement happening, gets the creative juices flowing, and makes you look forward to the next day, because tomorrow you're going to do the same thing. You're going to do the same thing, okay? And you're going to create content that gets engagement. You're going to follow up some of the people that are responding via Messenger, Facebook Messenger, and you're just going to say something like, hey, I saw your comment. I loved it. I really appreciated it. Thanks a lot, John. That's it, okay? Thanks a lot, John. And if John then replies, then you can ask them a few questions and so on, and get a conversation going. That's great. Okay, so ask the right questions. Ask the right questions. With the challenge that's coming up, I'm going to be doing a great session on questions, the right questions, and I'm going to give you some questions. I'm going to give you the exact questions. And some of these questions are new questions. You would not have seen them before, okay? And I'm telling you what, if you start doing it, you're going to get the engagement happening, and people are going to just gravitate towards you. Number 5, of course, listen to the answers. And when I say listen, it doesn't necessarily mean listen with your ears. It could be just look at the answers. If it's text, okay, look at the answers and say, why are they saying that? What does that mean? Does that mean something else? Sometimes people won't spill the beans. They won't give you the full problem, particularly if it's public as a comment on one of your posts. But they might give you some kind of an ambiguous answer. And then you're thinking about that, okay, well, reading between the lines, what is this person meaning? What is it? Are they suggesting that there's some issue here? And maybe I can help them with that. So I might ask them on the public, in that discussion, in that thread, or I might go straight to Messenger and say, hey, John, I saw that you said blah, 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 in response to my question about blah, 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 blah. I'm curious, it seemed that there was something else that you were meaning there. Are you able to enlighten me? Something like that. See, no pitching, just curiosity, taking an interest in people, wanting to help. You want to help. Be helpful. That's the attitude. Just expunge all thinking about sales. I've got to be a salesperson. Look, most people have no ability to become a salesperson. They don't have any talent for it. It frightens the hell out of them, to be honest with you. Most people are terrified of sales. So let's just forget that. Put that bogeyman to one side. Let's bury it once and for all. Sure, we want to make sales, but the way I look at it is that sales flow as a result of a value exchange that would have happened previously, okay? And they flow naturally. They flow kind of organically. It's just, oops, hang on. I just realized battery on my laptop. Oh, that thing behind me, that's a speaker, by the way. They just flow naturally. If you just take the pressure off yourself, you're going to feel much more comfortable, and you can play your natural game. You like to help people, don't you? You do. I know you do. You like to help people. That's the approach you want to take, and then you can feel good about what you're doing every day. You don't have to worry about sales. Okay, you want to pay your bills and all the rest of it, but look, We got to let it flow naturally. You know, when I first started in 2006 as a trainee online marketer, a newbie, when I started, I didn't know anything about the online world, okay? I'd seen websites, obviously, and I had an email account, but that was about it. I certainly wasn't in Facebook. I wasn't on Facebook. I didn't have an account with Facebook or anything else for that matter. So, you know, I was quite nervous about the whole experience, but I needed to pay my mortgage, right? Because I had a traditional business that got into all sorts of problems, and we just couldn't pay our way. It was as simple as that. So I had to find another income stream, and I figured that working from home using the internet was probably a good way to do it if I could just, you know, learn how to do it. Okay, but as I say, I was nervous, I was scared, and all the rest of it. But I had a financial imperative. I had bills piling up. I had a significant mortgage. I was in $1 million plus house, and I had a significant mortgage attached to that house. And so I had to pay that. I had to find the money each month to pay the bill. And so that's why I thought, well, you know, whilst we're trying to manage this failing traditional business, this offline business, I'll do this thing on the side and as an affiliate. So it was a high ticket thing that I joined. I didn't know anything about it, high ticket affiliate online marketing, but I just knew I had to do something, and I had to do it fast. Now, fortunately, I had a good mentor. Okay, so I had somebody who helped me one-on-one. That was important. Not a virtual mentor. This was a real mentor on the telephone every day for the first couple of weeks. And she helped me get my leads flowing. Back then it was advertising. I didn't know about these fantastic organic strategies, these free organic strategies. It was advertising, okay? So I borrowed some money to pay for ads. And the deal was generate the leads, which included a phone number, because when people filled out the form, they had to include their phone number. And then I would phone the leads. Now, I was terrified of phoning the leads. That's the first thing. But, you know, I got over that problem after a week. And I started phoning the leads. And I abandoned the script that they gave me, that the company gave me. And the script was a pitchy, aggressive script. And I just didn't feel comfortable about it, because I'm not a natural born salesperson. Even though in the offline world, I had sold millions and millions of dollars worth of products, but I did it my way, right? So I take a consultant-like approach rather than a salesman's approach. I want to see myself as a problem solver. I've always seen myself in that vein, okay? So after 1 week of using their script, their method, which was pitch, 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 hustle, 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 I just said to my mentor, I said, well, this is one area where I just cannot comply. I'm miserable doing this. I feel bad about it. I want to take more of a consultancy approach. I want to take a gentler approach, and I want to take an interest in people. And I only want to move people to the next point, to the next level. I only want to do that if I am convinced that the product that I'm wanting to promote, your product, this affiliate product, is going to make a big difference for them. And she says, oh, well, you've got to be careful there. You're not going to make as many sales, and it's going to slow everything down. You won't make any instant sales. It may take a week. It may take 2 weeks. You may lose people. And then, you know, you could have a situation at the end of the month where you haven't made a single sale because you've taken this more, you know, consultative kind of approach. I said, well, look, can you just let me try it for a couple of weeks and see if I can make it work? Well, guess what? And I was doing this part-time because I still had to go into the office to my failing traditional business. Guess what? By the end of the month, $9,200 in commissions had been dropped into my account as a newbie part-timer. So anybody says this stuff doesn't work, this consultative approach doesn't work, they don't know what they're talking about, or they just haven't done it right. It's as simple as that. So, and what happened was that when I spoke to people on the phone, I wasn't thinking about making a sale. Okay, sure, it was in the back of my mind, but I wasn't thinking about, I've got to make a sale. I've got to make a sale today. I've got to do this. I've got to do this because I've got to pay the mortgage. I've got to pay the mortgage. I just forgot about it. I just put it to one side and said, I don't care. The bills can mount up. I am not going to compromise me. I'm not going to compromise what I'm doing. And so that's the approach that I took. I just asked questions, took an interest in people. And if I thought that they could move to the next level, if they qualified on the money side of things and they could afford the product and so on, okay, then I would gently suggest, okay, well, look, John, I've got a video for you to watch. I think you should watch that. I think you'll find it helpful. I'm not sure whether it's, at this point, I don't know whether you're going to be the perfect fit. I don't know whether you're going to love it or not. I don't know. But have a look at the video, see what you think, right? So very low key, taking it away from people. Just, I'm their assistant. I'm helping them get to the point where it's clear cut. Either they love the product, they love the solution that the product offers, or not. That's it. So I'm spending a little bit more time on this issue because I really think that a lot of people, particularly a lot of people who are associated with me, they got deep-seated, strong hang-ups about sales. They may not admit it, but deep down, they got a problem with sales work. They just don't believe they're salespeople. They don't believe they're good enough to be salespeople. So look at yourself more as a helper, as an assistant helper, as a consultant. Even if you don't know that much, all you need to know is a bit more than the person you're talking with. And just look at yourself in that light. Focus on them, not you, not your feelings. Focus on them. How can we help them? The best way to do it is ask them questions and then gently offer some solutions. That's the best advice I can give you. That's probably the highlight for the day, actually. So number 5 was listen. Number 6 is demonstrate competence. This is a tough one for some people, demonstrate competence, because a lot of people say to themselves, and they even say it to me, they say, well, I don't know anything. I'm a newbie. I don't know anything. Well, it depends. It depends on the niche. If you're in a passion niche, you know stuff. Don't give me that BS. You know stuff. If it's a passion niche like health, a health niche, nutrition, weight loss. Let's say you lost a lot of weight using this product or using this plan or something like that. Well, you are a walk and talk and living example of the method, aren't you? So you can't say, I don't know anything. Of course you do. You're not a nutritionist or anything like that, but you know that damn solution works. So you're now a strong advocate, okay? But other people who get into the make money niche, think there's a problem with a lot of people who get into the make money niche, okay? Because they haven't had any results. They haven't experienced any results. And they really don't know about making money online. And they think, well, what can I offer? I'd be a hypocrite. I don't know anything. I haven't had any success. I haven't made any money. I haven't even made my first dollar online yet. What can I do? How can I, sort of postulate to people that I am, the person that they should be listening to? Very good question. And I can tell you, it is a problem with people who want to be, they join the make money online niche. They want to participate in that niche. It is a problem because you haven't got a personal experience that you can draw upon, all right? Whereas if you were promoting a health product or, I don't know, you're a relationship coach and you have a great story to tell because you use these strategies to solve your own relationship problem. See how it comes back to walking the talk time and time and time again? All right, how do we overcome it? Well, if you're in the make money online niche, which, as I said, it is a problematic niche. It is for a lot of people because you've got nothing to draw on. You don't have any belief because you haven't had any success. You haven't had any success. Whereas with the passion niches out there, lots and lots of different passion niches. Someone, for instance, someone is marketing a property investment course, and you've already made money with property investment using XYZ strategies, all right? And this course that you're promoting covers those strategies. So you already have the belief. You can draw on that belief. But with people who go into the make money online niche, sometimes they go into it for the wrong reasons. They think, why did you join the make money online niche? Well, because I want to make some quick money. That's the wrong motivation. You know what's going to happen? Nothing. You're not going to make the money because you you did it for the wrong reasons, right? Now, when I joined that niche, I joined the Make Money Online niche, so I can't say that I didn't do it. But what I did was that I found a way around the problem. I digged into my past and I thought, well, okay, I haven't made money online, so I can't really talk about it. I'm not going to lie. There's no way I'm going to lie. I'm going to do the right thing here, but I can't draw from personal experiences because I've never made a cent online. But one thing I have done is that I generated some leads. I generated some traffic from these ads. Okay. So when I was talking to people, I'd say to them, you want to make money online? Okay. One of the biggest things that you have to do is learn how to generate leads. And guess what? I run some ads. I had a mentor. She taught me. And this morning I had 5 leads come into my inbox. Then I'd get a screenshot and I'd show them. I'd show them. I had 5 leads come into my inbox this morning. And they think, oh, that's pretty good. Because they knew instinctively that generating leads is the name of the game. So I kind of got around it that way. I also drew on my other experiences in my past. For instance, I was somewhat involved in the personal development movement. Okay, Bob Proctor, that type of thing. I used to run Born Rich weekends. I read a lot of books. I was a student of personal development. So when I was talking to people on the phone, I infused a few of these pithy quotes that I got from Bob Proctor, right? And I made it relevant to them, you know? So that, for instance, if I was talking to somebody and they're saying, oh, yeah, I want to make money online, it was a lead, right? I want to make money online. And I say, why do you want to make money online? They say, oh, so I can quit my job. I want to quit my job. I say, okay, when do you want to quit your job? And they say, well, I'd love to do it within 3 years. Quite often I'd come back and say, 3 years, why don't you do it in 6 months? They say, well, I don't know how. So, okay, well, I think I may have found a way to do it. And if we keep talking and it looks good, I'll send you this video and you can have a look at it. I really appreciate to see what you think about it. But I'd say, look, one of the things that you probably need to understand is the prosperity law of vacuum. See, that's pure Bob Proctor. I just started infusing that kind of stuff into my talk. All I did was draw on my past, okay? And I bet, with a lot of people are on this call, I bet there's something positive that happened to you in the past, something that you know about, something that you have knowledge about, that you could perhaps infuse into your conversations, into your content and so on. And then you start to gravitate people towards you, start to move people towards you. Now, somebody that I know quite well is Megan Young, and I don't think she'll kill me if I kind of mention her. I really like Megan, and I've been kind of working with her on and off for the last 6 or 8 months, and she's had some really bad luck. She's had some horrible things happen to her since, well, particularly in the last 4 months or something like that, 4 or 5 months. And I've been working with her, but, you know, she's been struggling, no doubt about it. But the thing I like about it is that she hangs in there. She hangs in there. She's a very persistent person, and that's a big thing to me. It's a really big thing. But her background is that she is massage, you know, muscle manipulation, all that kind of thing. And she had a problem physically with her hand, so she had to kind of give it up. All right. So she moved to the next logical thing, which was to teach other people how to do great massage. So she became a teacher, and she loves to teach. So what I've been trying to get her to do, okay, she wants to sell some of these Make Money Online products, okay? And I'm not completely convinced that it's the right thing for her to do, by the way. But if she wants to continue on down that pathway, maybe Megan is on the call, I don't know. I'll check in a minute. But if she wants to continue down, if she wants to stay in that MMO niche, all right, my idea is that she should infuse her narrative with some of the lessons, some of the life lessons that she learned as a teacher, okay, as a massage therapist, massage therapy teacher, all right? I bet there are some lessons in there that she could infuse into her narrative in the Make Money Online niche and use it to attract people. The Bible talks about being a fisher of men, being a fisher of men, okay, and women. We want to be able to hook people in with the right little piece of content, the right little piece of bait, track them to us. Law of attraction writ large. This stuff is powerful, guys. Okay, so number 5 was listen. Number 6 is demonstrate competence. All right. I think I gave you the clue as to how to do it. Draw on your past. Even if you're in a niche that is completely alien to you, like the make money online niche, I'm sure there are some learnings that you had in the past that you can mold, that you can fashion and turn into your overarching narrative that will link properly to the make money online niche and attract more people to you. Okay, so that's how you do it. If you're not in the make money online niche, you've been attracted to a niche that is what I call a passion niche because you just love it, well, you already have the belief, don't you? You already have it. You presumably you've already got some success, or at least you've got some knowledge, a lot of knowledge, and that equates to competence. That's competence. You've already got the competence. I'm not talking about being a guru. I'm not talking about mastery. Mastery is much higher level. All we want is a level of competence. Mastery, that may take another 3, 4, 5 years. Mastery, okay? But competence, a basic level of competence, it's not that hard. It's not. And people will sense your competence because your language has now changed. They pick up on it. They pick up on it. They can sense it, right? They can sense your excitement as well. And you know, when you know you've got a little bit of competence going for you, you're automatically more excited. You are. It's when you have all the self-doubt that we have, that we experience the problems. All that stinking thinking, you know, who am I? I'm nobody. Who the heck am I to talk to people? Okay? We've got to overcome that. Number 7 is offer them the solution. All right? So we've identified the problem. We've asked questions. We've done all that kind of thing. We know what the solution is. We're already clear in our mind about the solution. Okay, well, now we've got to offer it. You need to offer the solution. And if you're an affiliate for a product or something like that, well, the affiliate company is obviously provides you with sales videos and other tools and resources like that. If you're a coach or a consultant or something like that, you're offering a service, okay, well, you've probably developed your own solutions, your own nicely packaged solutions. Maybe it's in the form of a proposal. Maybe it's in the form of an overview video or something like that. Okay, depends on the kind of business model that you're using at the moment. But you've got to offer the solution, and it's got to be attractive to people. But as long as it's a reasonably competent solution, a reasonably professional solution, it doesn't have to be super slick or anything like that. It doesn't. Because if you've done your job right in terms of identifying the problems and talking it through with people, they'll just about take your hand off for some kind of a solution that is credible. They'll just about take your hand off for it. And providing they can afford it. You've got to solve that one. You've got to find out whether people can afford it, and you do that early on. And then finally, you ask for the order. And I was in 2 minds as to whether I should include this one, because my point is that if you do the first 7 properly, they'll ask you to buy. And they may do it obliquely. They may not come straight out and say, oh, I'm ready to buy. They may do it obliquely. They may say, that looks pretty good. Okay, that's them just asking to buy. That's it. That's just code for I'm ready to buy. So they say, well, that looks pretty good. Or sometimes I'll prompt them. I say, how does this look to you, John? Pretty good? Okay, a leading question there. And they say, no, depending on the response, if they say, oh, it's okay. Okay, well, I guess I haven't done my job properly. But if they say, yeah, and there could be a dead silence, and don't worry about the silence. Silence is awesome. This is if you're doing a phone call, of course, but even with a text message like on Messenger, ask them a question. Looks pretty good, doesn't it, John? And wait, there could be a silence. It may not happen till tomorrow. If you're on the phone, okay, well, you want the reply now, if possible, but quite often there'll be a silence, because this is what I call a trial close, okay? There might be a silence of a minute. And in the early days when I was learning all this stuff in the offline world, I was terrified of the silence. So I'd jump in. If I asked the question, then I'd jump in. I couldn't wait for their answer. And that killed it every time. But fortunately, I had another good mentor who showed me how to do it properly. But don't be afraid of the silence. Silence is golden. You ask a question, just wait. See what happens. And then they, you know, if you've done your job properly before then, they'll come back and they'll say, it could be after a minute, it could be immediately, whatever. They'll say, yeah, that does. Looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. Okay, John, so on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, this is awesome, I'm in, 1 being, I couldn't care less about it, how would you rate yourself? What number? And normally they won't give you a 10 usually. Sometimes people want to play hard to get. Okay, so they might give you a 7 or an 8 or a 9. Well, that's good enough for me. If they give me a 6 or a 5, I'll say, okay, John, what do I need to do to get it up to 10 or 8 or 9? What do I need to do? Silence is golden, just wait for the answer. And then they say, well, you know, I won't be able to pay for it for a little while because of blah, blah, blah problem. Okay? And I might say, okay, that's easy. What if I can make it easier for you? What if I can give you something that will make it doable? I tell you why, John, because I've got something that I can offer you. It's a little bonus. And whatever the bonus is, blah, 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 whatever the bonus is. It's a little bonus, but I can only do it if, you know, if you do something within, you know, the next 24 hours. And if it's a money issue, okay, just give me 10 bucks, give me 50 bucks, give me something as good faith, and I'll lock it in for you. I'll lock in this current price and I'll lock in this bonus for you. That's it. That's all you need to do. But as I say, if you get the early steps done properly, more often than not, they're just going to say, yeah, this is great. Where do I sign? I've lost count over the years how many people have told me that. Where do I sign? How do I pay? You know, that's another buying signal, strong buying signal. How do I pay? I say, oh, you can pay by PayPal. Is that okay? You got a PayPal account? They say, yeah. Okay, why don't we do it that way? Say, yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. I can't pay it all now, though. No problem, John. How much could you pay now? I say, oh, well, I could put $50 down. Okay, no problem. Let's do that. That's it. See, easy. Easy peasy Japanesey. All right, so let me finish off. There, the 8. Okay, let me finish off just by refreshing. Know your market, number 1. You're clear about the solution. So you know the market and the pain points associated with it. You're clear about the solution. You believe in the solution, number 3. You ask the right questions to uncover the problems. Okay, so you start having a dialogue with people, or you produce dialogue on your with your content. You know, and you've got a Facebook group. Start asking some of these questions. Listen to the answer. Listen literally, and listen metaphorically. Okay, listen even if it's text-based response. Look at the answer. See if there's something behind the answer, a hidden meaning, okay? And then dig a little deeper. I picked up a lead last night in someone else's group simply as a result of looking at their reply to my, looking at my reply to their reply, which came from one of my posts that I posted in this other group. And then I looked at their reply, and then I came back with another question, okay? And then she revealed to me a problem. In the thread, not on Messenger. I haven't spoken to her on Messenger yet. In the thread, okay? And from there, a lead. Got it? Okay, so ask the right question. Listen, number 5. Number 6 is demonstrate competence. Competence, it's not a high threshold that you've got to reach to be judged, to judge yourself as being competent. You know, it's not mastery, it's not gurudom. You're not being a guru, you're just being competent. And if you're in an alien niche like the MMO niche, the make money online niche, okay, draw from your past, and also borrow other people's success stories. That's always a given. Okay, do that, but borrow from your past and infuse it into your overarching narrative. See, I think that not enough people have done enough work on their narrative, their overarching narrative. We talk about the hero story. I don't think you've really got it yet. You just don't know how to draw from your past and look at some of those good things that you've learned in the past and then mold them in a fashion that will enable those little snippets to act as hooks. We're fishermen, okay, or fisherwomen. Act as hooks so we can attract people into our niche or into our orbit. Okay, so you're targeting the niche. You're wanting to attract people into your orbit, and you're using bridges, content bridges, to make the link between some of those good things that happened to you in the past, those learnings that you had in the past in different areas of your life. It could be something you did about fitness, about getting fit, getting healthy, how you solved this problem in this other area, whatever. See if you can mold it in such a way that you can use it in your current niche. That's it. Okay, offer the solution number 7, and then finally ask for the order, but don't just necessarily come out straight away and hit them over the head. As I say, if you've set it up properly before, most of the time people will ask you to buy. But if they're not asking you to buy, okay, just ask them a soft question. This looks pretty good, doesn't it, John? This is after they've watched your sales video or whatever it is. Looks pretty good, doesn't it, John? So something like that. All right, okay, now have you got any quick questions before we close off? Let me see if I can acknowledge some other people. Bonnie Lentz, hi, I haven't seen you for a long time, Bonnie. Or did I already say that? I think I might have. Yeah, Val, hi Val from Alaska. Boy, there's a story. Val used to live in Darwin. I've never been to Darwin, but it's in the northern part of Australia. It's a pretty hot part of the world, just as, I'm in Cambodia, so it's pretty hot here too. It's a hot part of the world, and now she lives in Alaska. I mean, talk about a contrast, and she loves it. She loves the cold weather. She loves cold, brutally cold winters and all the rest of it. Go figure. Okay. Great to have you on board, Val, once again. And let me just see here if there are any questions. Maybe I've answered them all. Oops. Okay, scroll down here. Agbeezy. Hi, Agbeezy. Boy, it's Agbeezy's in the UK, so it's like 2 o'clock in the morning or something. Hi, Agbeezy. There's no quick money. You're right about that. Hi, Linda. Hi, Linda. That's the hardest part, asking for the sale. No, it's not. It's not the hardest part at all. That's the easiest part. If you set it up properly, you don't need to ask for the sale, or if you do, it's so gentle that the sale just happens. It's so gentle. That's, to me, I'm not disparaging Linda at all. This is for the benefit of everybody here. To me, that's old style salesperson's thinking. Okay, you got to ask for the sale. You've got to be a hot closer. You've got to be a big closer and all the rest of it. No, my way is different. My way is about the foundation. Set it up properly so people are hungry to buy from you. Then there's no problem with closing. They'll close themselves. See? Take the pressure off. You're not a salesperson. You're a problem solver. Let's do that. Let's focus on that. Let's become the best we can be at solving problems. And the better we become at it, the easier it's going to be to make the sales, and they'll happen so naturally, they'll just flow. Be in the flow, guys. And with the challenge, I'll make the last point about the challenge. And by the way, this is not a free challenge. This one's coming up. Okay, it's not a free challenge, but I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with the price. In fact, you'll probably be shocked. But it's affordable even for people who are supposedly broke. I think it's very affordable. Dirt cheap. Little more than the price of a hamburger meal. Okay, a hamburger meal, not a French meal or anything like that, like a hamburger meal. But it's it's going to be an awesome challenge. But one of the topics I'm going to cover during the challenge will be the flow state, getting into flow. And you think in your past there have been times when you've been in flow. You've been in the flow state. And my view is that when you're in flow, miracles can happen. The magic happens. Miracles can happen. It becomes so easy. It's natural. It's like my younger son used to be a pro tennis player. He had a lot of talent. He was incredibly good at what he did. And unfortunately had to retire due to injury. But when he was in flow, he was awesome. And he would win the matches when he was in flow. When he wasn't in flow, he made more errors. His serve wasn't working properly, etc. And, you know, when he was in flow and he'd finish the match and he'd come over to me, he'd say, you know, the balls today, they were like watermelons. They were huge. I had such clarity seeing the balls, and the balls, I was hitting them right in the middle of the racket, right in the middle of the strings there, right? They call it the sweet spot in tennis. Tennis is a highly technical game. It's not a brute force game. It's highly technical. And he said the balls were so big to me. They seemed so clear that they were like watermelons. Why? He was in flow. And it was just so easy. He won those matches so fast, so easily, because he was in flow. And marketers need to be in flow as well. Now, we're not always in flow. You know, there are biorhythms. There's up times, down times where, you know, chemical, hormonal changes in the body, and there's all sorts of things that can impact. But if we can use some strategies to get us in the flow and keep us there for a longer period of time, awesome. Now, some of you know about the flow state. Some of you have experienced it in your marketing activities, and some of you have not yet experienced it. And so during this challenge, I'm going to be talking about that. I'm going to give you some practical ways to get into the flow state, because I'm telling you, when you get into the flow state, it's, oh man, making sales is just so easy. Building your warm audience is so easy. Attracting real fans that dig you. They don't just tick a like button. They dig you. They're into you big time because you're in the flow and they can sense it. It's a magical thing. It's hard to explain. You just know it when it happens. Okay? So I'm going to give you some positive strategies there. Okay, well, I think we might finish up. I said about half an hour. I think we've gone a bit longer there. All right, folks. Okay, let me end this live session. Coming up to the weekend now. Have a great weekend. Take on board some of what I've said today and look for the announcement about the challenge, which is coming up in, well, I should be in a position to start taking enrollments for it in about a week, okay? The actual challenge will probably happen a week or two after that, okay? So, but we'll start taking enrollments, and we'll have, as I said, we're going to make it easy for you to join it. You're going to love it. See you soon. See you in the challenge. Talk to you in the group and elsewhere over the next week or so anyway. Okay, see ya. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Hey.